Hello everybody, is the audibility absolutely fine? Am I audible to each and every one of you? Is the audibility absolutely fine? Right, fine. So I can see that the audibility is absolutely fine on RBS search channel, and let me check on the other channel as well. I guess there's the audibility is absolutely fine on RBS search channel, and let's see the other channel as well. I think on great, absolutely fine. I think the audible is absolutely fine on both the channels. So I think we should start. Great, absolutely. So I think I'm audible to each and every one of you. I think I'm audible to each and every one of you. Right? Shall we proceed? Shall we start the session? Great. Absolutely fine. Right. So before closing the day, this is our last session. This is the last session for today. To all the people, to all the aspirants, especially the GATE 2021 aspirants, we have planned sessions which panned out for 9 days, and in one single day I have been taking 2 sessions, one in the morning, that is 8 in the morning, and 10 late evening. That is 9 into 2. I have promised you guys that I'll be taking 18 sessions, which is around about 30 to 36 hours. And not just this, I have been taking many special classes. So if anyone who has no idea of GATE aptitude, even if the person attends all the sessions, I believe then can have a very good, a fair amount of idea of what GATE aptitude is all about. Like for example, today's session is lecture number 5th of verbal and reasoning. Let me know in the comment box how many of you have attended all the 4 prior sessions. Verbal reasoning number 1, 2, 3, 4. Prior to this, I have taken 4 sessions. Let me know how many of you have attended all the 4 sessions. Well done. Absolutely great to hear this, that most of you have attended all the 4 sessions. All these sessions are very, very important. Even today as well, I'll be taking more of reasoning in today's class, right? Not just this, just before this session, that is at 8 in the evening, I have taken the best of permutation, combination and probability. How many of you have attended this session, the best of permutation, combination, probability? The session was at 8 o'clock, just 2 hours before, and that lasted almost for 2 hours, right? Great. How many of you have attended this session, permutation, combination, probability? How many of you have attended the session, the best of permutation, combination and probability? And I will take a few more sessions. The series will be the best of permutation, combination, just like that. The best of time, speed, distance, the best of vocabulary, the best of like this. Great. Was that helpful to you guys? Was the session, the best of, really helpful to you guys? Unfortunately, we could not able to broadcast the same on Kreatryx channel because of some technical glitch, but still the video will be available on RBS search channel, so all the audience from Kreatryx can watch this topic on RBS search channel, right? At 8 o'clock, this was supposed to be broadcasted on 2 channels. One is RBS search channel and the other one is Kreatryx, but unfortunately because of some technical glitch, it could not able to get broadcasted on Kreatryx, but it is there, it was there, and it is still there on RBS search channel. Fine, great, absolutely correct, right? So tomorrow I'll be taking the 6th session of quant and graph at 8 in the morning. So after this, after today's session, you can go, right, absolutely. So after today's session, you can go to home and you can take a sleep, and tomorrow we'll meet in the morning at 8 and we're going to have another session on quant and graph. All in all, I'll be taking 9 sessions, right? So this will really going to help you guys. If you just FYI, this is what I have been teaching for the past 10 years to all the aspirants, all the different class of aspirants. I have been teaching for the past 10 years for CAT, GATE, in bank, SSC aspirants. So what you can do, you guys can install the Unacademy app just like YouTube in the near future, that is in the month of February. Many of you post a query, sir, what about GATE 22 and 23 aspirants? Will you bring a fresh course? Yes, I will going to take classes on YouTube, and not just on YouTube. I will be taking free class course on Unacademy app, and as well as there will be paid course as well. Both the things will be there. So what you guys can do, the very first thing is you can install the Unacademy app so that you can avail this benefit. Sir, what is the difference between the course which is available on YouTube and Unacademy? You said there will be two courses. One is absolutely free and the other one is paid. Why there is a free class and the free course on Unacademy, not on YouTube? Because it will be more filtered audience. The people who are actually the aspirants, who are actually genuine aspirants, who really want to read, who really want to put in some effort without any disturbance. I will be providing those courses in the month of February, and then there will be paid courses as well, plus and iconic. In plus courses, if you want, you can see, like in case of plus, live classes will be there, doubt clearing sessions will be there, and linguistics won't be any bar in this case. So I personally prefer iconic because it has got a proper mentor as well, so you can have a one-to-one mentorship as well, right? Just as an example, the best thing what I love is, once, for example, if you have 12 months or 18 months or 2 years subscription of GATE ESE, the best part is in this vertical, in GATE ESE vertical, you can watch video of any of the faculties. That is the best thing. And this is ST26. This is the code you can use to avail the maximum benefit. But once again, I'm telling you this, there are many things which I'm going to bring in the month of February itself, which will be free as well. The live class, special class and special course as well. 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. And other than that, this will also be there. Similarly, in case of iconic classes, iconic subscription, you can use the very same code, ST26, Saurabh Thakur, 26 my date of birth. So ST26, that's fine, right? Sir, you said you'll be bringing like free classes as well as online and as well as paid classes. How can I be sure, like, when are you bringing these classes? You can install the Unacademy app and you can follow me over here, Saurabh 123 Thakur 25 1681. Whenever I bring a fresh class or a course, you'll get a notification of the same. Whatever we have been discussing and whatever will discuss, you will get the PDF of this on FT Express. On this channel, I will be live on YouTube from the month of February, and other than this on Saurabh Sir Official, right? So this is the thing. So whatever thing you can like you can like, subscribe, you can post your comments. Your comments are very important. I read each and every comment, whatever you guys post. Are we guys, is everybody good to go? Shall we start today's session? Great, absolutely. Plus pay, I'll be there in the month of February. Like 4 days, 4 or 5 days, probably in the very first week of February, but I'll be there in the month of February. So meanwhile, just be ready, install the app so that there will be barrage of sessions, so that you will be ready with those sessions, right? As I told you, you can follow me over there. So whenever I launch a class or a course, you get the notification, right? Absolutely. I think we should start. Even before starting today's class, even before starting today's session, I want you people to write in the comment box, yes, because in the next few days, you're going to appear in your exam, for your exam. One of my favorite authors, Mr. Jim Rohn. I really wanted to meet someday to Mr. Jim Rohn, Stephen Covey and Brian Tracy. Unfortunately, I couldn't able to because Mr. Rohn is no more and Stephen Covey Saab is also no more. Mr. Jim Rohn said the statement, either inspiration or desperation. We need either of the two things. And that is how the present of your life changes. Either inspiration, either you are inspired so much that this I will going to become, or you are desperate so much that I cannot live like this. Either the person is so much inspired, or either the person has so much desperation that I'm going to change my present realities of life. Other than this, life will never change. I want people to write in the comment box, one life, do more. One life, live more. One life, travel more. You know what? At times we take a decision and somehow when we face failure or when we face certain repercussions of our decision, because of certain setbacks, what we do, we avoid taking decisions. It's absolutely fine. Even if you fail on certain ventures of your life, it is absolutely fine. Those failures won't define you as an individual. Life is a combination of all those moments. Let life touch you. There's no meaning of life unless and until. Seneca once said this: I consider you unfortunate because you never went through misfortunes of life. Now probably the whole world and probably you yourself won't come to know what your capabilities were. Face it, fight it, finish it. I think we should start the session. This will be the last session of the day. Let's start. Once again, is everybody ready? Shall we start? Absolutely perfect. Right. The very first question that I'm going to discuss, this question came in the year 2015. Very basic question. In today's session, I'll be focusing more on reasoning. Right? Make sure you don't miss even a smallest of the things. Make sure you understand every single piece of information. Right? So this particular question was asked in the year 2015. Very straightforward question. I want you people to answer this. This is the first question of the day. As I told you, this question was asked in the year 2015. I want you guys to answer this particular question. This question was asked in the year 2015. Right? I'm going to talk to you guys after 1 minute. Go ahead, make it fast, please. 1 minute you have, and we're going to have a discussion after 1 minute. Go ahead. This is not that tough a question. This question was asked in the year 2015. This question was asked in the year 2015. I felt as if this is a very easy question. Great. This is the complete question. Okay, I think I should move aside. Majority of you are saying B. Okay. Majority of you are saying B. You won't believe this is such a straightforward question, man. Tanya is older than. Do you remember this? We already had a discussion on this. Elder and older. Do you remember this? Elder is followed by then, but older is never. Elder is never followed by then, but older is followed by then. Elder, eldest is used only for living being, and that to human being for blood relatives. Older, oldest can be used for human living and non-living being. This is the oldest castle in the city. It's absolutely fine. So Tanya is older than Eric. So there is this lady Tanya. She is older than Eric. Okay. And I told you in the last class as well, these kind of inequality based questions are very, very important to you, right? Cliff is older than Tanya. Oh, okay. This is another very straightforward statement. Eric is older than Cliff. Eric is older than Cliff. Eric is the youngest. If the first two statements are true, then the third statement is automatically false. That's it. If the first two statements are true, that is Tanya is older than Eric and Cliff is older than Tanya, then automatically the third statement is false. That is it. This is it. This is not my question. This is the question which was given to you in the year 2015. Is it clear, each and every one of you? Is it fine? Yes, absolutely. Right? Absolutely fine. Right? Great. Let's take the second question. The second question which I am about to take was asked in the year 2016. But even before starting that question, I want to discuss something with you guys. So even before starting the second question, there is something called blood relationship, right? I think we should discuss. blood relationship is one of the easiest topics, right? And in many different books, or probably with all due respect to many different books and to many different teachers, with all due respect, there are people who say that, for example, if this is a man, draw it in the form of a circle. If this is a woman, we can draw it as a triangle. If they're married, we can draw it like this. All these things are not required. I believe these things are not required. So, sir, let's keep it very, very simple. Like the way we used to do in our school days, class 10th, 11th, like that. When we read the family hierarchy, like how? For example, this is you, right? This is your father, this is your mother. Great. You have got a younger sister as well. Absolutely fine. This is you. Your father was the only child of your grandparents. Your mother, she has one more sister. When your mother's sister, she got married, she had got 2 kids. That's fine. You got married and you have got 1 child. Let me draw this once again. I'm drawing this once again. Keep it very, very simple. This is you. This is your father. This is your mother. Great. This is you. Right? Let us suppose your father was the only child of your grandparents. Your mother, she had a brother as well. He got married and he had 1 child. That's it. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Keep it this simple. You will see question from blood relationship. They have started to give these kind of questions, but these are very, very simple ABC level concept, very primary level concept. You can see, you can check by yourself. This question was asked in the year 2016, the one which I am about to show you guys. And straight away, I am going to give this question to you. You have to solve this question and you have to let me know the answer, right? And for this is the second question. The one that came in the year 2016, this question came in the year 2016, right? To solve this, I am giving you guys 2 minutes. We will going to have a discussion after 2 minutes. Go ahead, guys. Let's have a discussion after 2 minutes. Go ahead. I think I should move aside, right? We're going to have a discussion on this after 2 minutes. Make it fast, guys. Nice. Absolutely. Take 2 minutes and mark the answer, please. I think this is a very nice question, very simple, absolutely innocuous question. What is the answer? Most of the people are saying what happened, Rahul? Please clear, sir. What should I clear? Tell about factorization, please. This is not factorization here. This is blood relationship. B. M has a son Q. Okay. At least at this point of time, we are not aware of the gender of M. At least at this point of time. We will be, but right now we are not aware. So this is M has a son Q. This is Q and this is son. Very nice. Absolutely perfect. Let's move on. I want to change the color. Okay. And a daughter R. Right. Yes. And other than that, a daughter R. I'm sorry. And a daughter R. So this lady R, she is the daughter. That's fine. He has no other children. Who is this he? He, it means this pronoun. Who is this he? This M is that he. Okay, fine. So it means M is the father. Great. I think I should change the color once again so that you can understand. That's the only reason. Keep things very, very simple, right? E is the mother of P. Forget about this. E is the mother of P. This is E and this lady is mother of whom? Of P. This is P. And daughter-in-law of M. Daughter-in-law of M, it means she got married to Q and they have a child named P. Do we know the gender of this? No. This may be son or daughter. This is how the family tree looks like. That is, it's very simple. So M, 100% is father, Q is son, male, R daughter, female, E is wife, female, P the child. There is no gender of child. Child can be son or daughter, just like teacher can be male, female, just like a friend can be male, female. This is called neuter gender, not neutral, but neuter gender. There are mainly, we take masculine gender and we take feminine gender. Just to let you know, there is something called personification in English. Sir, what is personification? To give life to something that is non-living. For example, to give life to non-living things. For example, moon has hidden herself behind the cloud. The moon has hidden herself. Herself. How can I say herself? For all those things which are related to beauty, grace, calmness, we can use feminine gender whenever we personify. On the contrary, whenever you want to personify and things related to, like violence, aggression, those kind of things, there we use masculine gender, and this is called personification. Put up a single star on personification. These kind of things are actually important, but I don't know, somehow GATE hasn't, I don't know, but GATE hasn't really given these kind of questions till date. Personification, right? Personification. A few classes back, I told you about oxymoron as well. The self-contradictory words are called oxymorons, right? I've told you this word as well. Especially in MBA, oxymoron, this word is very, very important. This word oxymoron is very important in MBA. Somehow it hasn't been, for example, Great Depression, jumbo shrimp, beautifully painful, defying silence, those kind of things are called oxymoron. If you want, I can tell you a few more things. Euphemism, EUPHEMISM. Always remember this, whenever you see a root word EU, it means it is always something really good. Euphony, soothing sound. Phony is sound, U is good. So it is really good sound, soothing sound. Euphoria, extreme happiness. Euphemism, to say something in such a way that the other person should not feel the pain. For example, although we do the insurance of death, but what do you call? You call life insurance. Instead of saying the person died, we say the person passed away, right? So these kind of things is called euphemism. Instead of saying the person is dwarf, we prefer saying the person is vertically challenged. So these kind of things where you make sure that the statement should not hurt the other person. These kind of things is called euphemism, right? Is it clear, everybody? Sooner or later they're going to ask you this kind of questions. These are very good questions actually. Very nice questions. Fine, let's come back to this. So here what we know, M is father, Q is son, R is daughter, E is Q's wife, and P we don't know. P is the son-in-law of M. P is son-in-law. No, it's incorrect. P is grandchild. Look at this. Not grandson or granddaughter, but grandchild of M. Absolutely. P is daughter-in-law. No, absolutely not. P is grandfather of M. So what is M in that case? M is grandfather. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine, guys? Is it absolutely fine? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Great. I should actually, no, that's my fault. I have decreased the volume. right? Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? Great, well done. Let's take a different kind of questions. Let's take a different kind of question. In the year 2017, what IIT has done, they have given something related to contour lines. Although, like a normal engineering student who is not from civil, it might be possible that you feel as if it is slightly tough, which is not the case. In the very first year of ours, we have read like contour lines, and if we haven't, or even if you don't remember, that's absolutely fine. You know what happens? If you remember what happens in case of contour lines, this is what happens. For example, if you have decided that you will go for tracking, so on a 2D map, how will you draw a 3D structure? So we show it like this. And for example, you are here. So in the map, on the map, they have shown it like this. This is 25 meter from ground, and every concentric circle is 20-25 meter high. So the moment you reach at this part, on this like A, you are already 25 meter above the ground. And then when you reach B, this is once again 20 plus 20, that is 50 meter above the ground. And once again, the third concentric circle, when you reach, you are 75 meter above the ground. That's it, very simple. So on the very basic, very simple understanding of contour lines, they asked a question in the year 2017. What was the question? This was the question. Let's see this question. So this was the question which was asked in 2017. Let's see. Yes. Listen to this. A contour line joins location having the same height. That's fine. It means if I take, for example, if I take this particular contour lines, so whatever is present at 500 meter, whatever is present at the height of 500 meter is defined by this line. And then after that what has been mentioned, let me clear this. Right. So after this, what has been mentioned? Contour lines are shown at 25 meter interval. So these two consecutive lines have 25 meter. 25 meter, it means 500, 525, 550, 575. Okay, fine. If in a flood, okay, the water level rises up to 525 meter. Okay. Which village PQRST will get submerged? So unfortunately, because of flood, and the water level rises up to 525 meter. So there's a very beautiful graph which has been given to you, and because the water level rises up to 525 meter, any village which is up to this will get submerged, will be engulfed by water. Fine, let's see this. So here we can see this is 500, this will be 525, this is 550, and this will be 575. So we can clearly see that this P village will be more than 575 meter high. This P village will be more than 575 meter high. It has been told that any village which is under this 525, because the water level rises up to 525, will get submerged. So in any case, P won't get submerged. Let me explain this, every single thing, right? So that will be easier for you to understand. So anyways, like P, A and B cannot be the correct answer. Let's see the S. So S, it has to be less than 460. So I'm sorry to say, but definitely S will get submerged. It is less than 460. Even if you see this is 460, it is less than 460. 520, the water level rises up to 525. So anyways, this will go to submerge. Okay. If you see this is 500, this is 525. So this T would be less than 525 meter. If this T is less than 525 meter, it means when the water level rises up to 525, it means T will definitely going to submerge. So T will also submerge, so S will submerge and T will also submerge. What is that we are left with? So S, and although we've got the answer is C, but still let's check this as well, R as well. So definitely if this is 500, it is less than 500. So this will also get submerged. So C is the correct answer. Is it clear to each and every one of you? But this is a very nice presentation. Like, I personally liked this question, right? This was a very beautiful presentation. This question was given in the year 2017. Very nice question. Although contour lines have been talked about, but very basic understanding of contour lines. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Right, absolutely fine. Right? So I think it is absolutely clear to each and every one of you. Great. So it is clear to each and every one of you? Right. If it is clear to each and every one of you, there were actually 3 questions based on this graph. I have already discussed the first one with you. I want you people to solve the second by your own, right here, right now. Right? So let's take the second question, the next question. The very similar contour graph. So this is the same contour graph. Read this like contour lines joining location above same height. That is the same. The following is a contour plot of a geographical region. Contour lines are shown 25 meters. Absolutely same. The important part is the path from P to Q. If anybody travels from P to this dotted line, this Q, how can this be described? How can this be best described? These are the options. I am giving you guys 2 minutes. Although 2 minutes are not required, but still I am giving you guys 2 minutes. I want the people to mark the answer. Go ahead, make it fast, please. Anyone who has missed any of the session, they can directly, each and every session of mine are absolutely independent. If you want, you can continue this, but make sure that you attend the other 4 sessions. This is the 5th one, that you make sure you go through the other sessions as well. Okay, the options are C and D. Okay, C or D, and C, D. Make it fast, guys, make it fast, please. This is within your ability. Make it fast, please. All right, let's see this. Here if you see, P is right now at more than 575. After almost 575, when P is moving from here till here, 575, 550, 525, 500, okay. It means if you see, and not just this, actually, not just this, here in this particular case, when P has moved up to this point, let me name it as A. So from here to here, P is actually coming down. So how do you know this? This 575, 550, 525, 500, and he's getting, he's getting close to 400, some 475 values. So this guy is actually coming down. And after that, what is happening? From A, around about 475 not, 500, 525, don't get confused with this. Anyways, this guy is moving upwards. Just see this 500, 525. After that 550, 575, and furthermore till this point. Let me name this as B. So this guy was moving up. Is it clear? After 575, once again 550, 525, and so on. Once again, this guy is coming down. This was a very nice question. This was such a beautifully crafted question. So the answer is C. To those people who have said D, I'm really sorry to say, but C is the correct answer. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Great. So I guess it is absolutely clear, right? So what is the correct answer? The correct answer is C. 575, 550, 525, 500, 575, and so on up to this point A. It means the person is coming down. And from here 500, 525, 550, 575. This guy is moving upwards, and once again he's coming down. Is it clear, everybody? Screen is not visible properly. I think it is visible here. I can see it is visible. Yeah, I saw that. Tony Stark. So I saw that. I saw your query. Even if you could not able to attend the previous sessions, you can continue with this. If you want, you can continue with this. All my sessions are independent. And later on, I think you should actually go through all the sessions. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is everybody done with this? Great. Fine. Shall we move ahead? Great. I think we should. All right. Now listen to this. There is something called binary logic, right? There's something called binary logic. There's something called binary logic. Lately, your IIT has decided to give this particular pattern of question. In today's class, I'll let you know how to approach, how to start and how to apply a binary logic. So what does that mean? What is the meaning of binary logic? Binomial operation, binomial theorem, binary logic are more or less all these three things are same. When you use the same thing in quant like permutation combination, we say binomial theorem, and when you use the same thing here in reasoning, we call it binary logic. That is, you have exactly two choices. Let's see. Why am I saying this? Let's see. First of all, let's take an example. Listen to this. Let us suppose if we have the pattern, first of all, the pattern of this. Whenever you come across a binary logic question, you know what happens? There are many different patterns of this. So for example, I have kept enough questions, right? So don't lose focus. For example, the very basic kind of question is, there will be 2-3 statements which will be given to you, and they will categorically say to you, out of these 3 statements, 2 are false and 1 is true. We don't know which one is true and the others are false, and still you have to find a conclusion, a desired conclusion. Or they'll say a statement is quoted by someone, the statement may be true or false, and based on that you have to come up with an answer like this. This question is once again very important, and we'll discuss, right? This particular question we're going to discuss. This question, although this question was not asked in your exam, but this question I have directly taken this question from one of the competitive exams. This is not my question, but this is a very nice question from your exam's perspective. That is why I have taken this question. There are 3 kids, Saira, Mumtaz and Zenith. Now listen to this. There are 3 kids, Saira, Mumtaz and Zenith. There are 3 toys, a ball, a pen and a pencil. These are 3 things. There's a ball, a pen, don't miss anything, a pencil. So each of these kids have one, a ball, a pen and a pencil. Okay. Then we have got 3 statements, and we have been categorically told that only one statement is true. More than the answer itself, for me the most important thing is how to approach this. Only one statement is true and the other 2 statements are false. And then we need to find who has got the pen, who has got the pencil and who has got the ball. There are 3 kids, Saira, Mumtaz and Zenith, and we are talking about a pen, a pencil and a ball. And then we have been told that there are these 3 statements are there. Out of these 3 statements, 2 statements are false and 1 statement is true. And then forget about the question, forget about this question. Let's find all these 3 things. We need to find who has got the pen, the pencil and the ball, right? So even before starting this, you know how we should attempt this question? Like this. So I'll be explaining this. Listen to this. Every single point we should listen carefully, right? Even before starting this question, we need to understand something, and this is this. Listen to this, right? Even if you don't have any idea how to start this kind of questions, I'll explain you guys. So there are three statements. Statement number first, second, and third. Right now we are not aware of this, which one is true, which one is false. So this is statement number first, this is statement number second, and this is statement number third. As I told you, we are not aware of this, that which statement is true. Let us suppose the first statement is true, second statement is true, third statement true. Let us suppose the first statement is true and the other two statements are false. That is the first case. Sir, how do you know this is correct? No, I'm not aware of this, whether this is correct or not. This is the first case. I'm not concerned about the answer. I'm not discussing the answer. I'm letting you know how to approach this kind of questions. What I believe, now this is the time that this kind of binary logic question will definitely come in your exam, right? That is why listen to this approach. The second case, it might be possible that we are saying that no, the second statement is true, the first statement is false, and the third statement is false. Okay. The third case, first statement is false, second statement is false, and third statement is true. This is the very first step. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear to all of you? Sir, you mean to say that whenever this kind of question comes, the very first thing, think about the cases. It might be possible that the first statement is true, the other two statements are false. We are not saying this is the correct answer. We are saying these are the possibilities, these are the probabilities. Like the first statement is true, the other two statements are false. The second statement is true, the first and third statements are false. Third statement true, and first and second statement are false. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Till now, is it clear? Great. Fine. Let's see this. After this, now how am I supposed to start? I'm going to explain you every single thing. Listen to this. Let's take the first case. What is the first case? The first statement is true. The first statement is true. Listen to this. I'm taking the very first case. This is the case I'm taking. The first statement is true. If the first statement is true, then what is the meaning? So I'll be explaining the first case over here. This case. Right? Syra has a ball. So if this statement is true, it means this kid, Syra, she has the ball. Okay. And the other two statements are false. Listen to this. Mumtaz does not have the ball is false. It means you are saying that Mumtaz has the ball. But here we can see a clear-cut conflict of interest. Here we can clearly see the conflict. Syra already has the ball. Then we are saying Mumtaz has the ball. Sir, what is the meaning of this? It means that this particular case, what we were discussing is incorrect. Is it clear to each and every one of you? How have we discarded this? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every person? Right? Is it clear? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Don't defocus on nonsense stuffs. If anyone who don't want to study, they can absolutely leave the class. That's not a problem. Don't get defocused. I already told you, rise above the little things. Other than that, all these stuffs are nonsense, absolute blatant nonsense, right? So focus over here. Once again, I'm telling you, I'm not concerned about the answer. I'm concerned about the approach of this answer, because I believe this is the time when you will see these kind of questions in your exam, right? And in today's session, I have taken a few questions actually. All right, let's take the second case. We are saying the first statement is false, second is true, third is false. Okay, let's take the second case. I'm taking this case. I'm taking the first statement as false. Syra has a ball is false. It means now Syra has got two choices. Either she must be having pen or pencil. We can solve this question in a much faster way, but the idea is not that. The idea is to make you understand. Speed, right now, speed is not the idea. Second statement is true. Mumtaz does not have the ball. You are saying this is true. Does not have the ball is true. Okay. Mumtaz does not have the ball if this statement is true. Earlier you said this statement is false. Saira has a ball is false. It means either Saira must be having a pen or a pencil. Now the second statement you are saying that Mumtaz does not have the ball is true. It means Mumtaz must be having either pen or pencil. Here, because Saira already has a pen, so if you are talking about this case, only this is possible that Mumtaz must be having a pencil, and here in this case Mumtaz must be having a pen. Is it clear, buddy? Is it clear to all? Is it clear to all? Now we are saying that the last statement is false. What is that? Zeenat does not have the pen is false. It means Zeenat must be having the pen. Zeenat must be having the pen. But how this is even possible? Because in this case, Saira has the pen. If you are saying that Zeenat has the pen, it means this entire case is incorrect. If here you are saying Zeenat has the pen, Mumtaz already has the pen, it means this entire case is once again incorrect, and that is why this is correct. Is it clear, guys? Have you understood till now? Is it fine? Is it absolutely clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you how we have reached up to this point? The first statement is false, second statement is false, and third is true. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Absolutely. Let's move on to the last part. We can solve this question much faster than this. I'm already telling you, but that is not the objective right now. The objective is to make you understand how to approach this kind of question. We are saying that the first statement is false, second statement is false, third is true. Okay, fine. The first statement is false. Zeenat has the ball is false. Saira has the ball is false. Okay, so it means Saira must be having either a pen, okay, or a pencil. Great. Second statement is also false. Mumtaz does not have the ball is false. If you are saying this is false, what is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? It means Mumtaz must be having what? Ball. Okay. Mumtaz must be having the ball. Great. Let's read the third statement, which is true. What is that? Zeenat does not have the pen. This is true. If you are saying that Zeenat does not have the pen, here she has got the pen, she has got the ball. The only thing that is left is pencil. If you are saying that Zeenat does not have the pen, so pencil is left and ball is left, but ball is occupied by Mumtaz and pencil is occupied by Saira, so this case is also not possible. So what is that? Which is the correct answer? This thing is the correct answer. Saira has pen, Mumtaz has ball, and Zeenat has pencil. Is it clear to each and every one of you? The idea was to make you understand how to start this question, how to approach this kind of question. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Great. Absolutely fine, right? So what is the answer? Who has the ball? Who has the ball? Mumtaz has ball. So this Mumtaz, she has ball, Saira has pen, and Zeenat has pencil. This is the explanation of this particular question. I think this question is absolutely clear to each and every one of you. As I told you, I do believe that the time has come that in GATE, not just in 2021, but it might be possible in future as well, you probably will come across these kind of questions in your exam, right? So I really found this question very, very interesting. This is not my question. This question, without any change, I have directly pasted it. This question actually came in one of the MBA entrance exams. I won't tell you the name, but yeah, indeed this was from one of the MBA entrance exams. This is a very nice question which came, and I have given you this question as such. Is it clear, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Shall we proceed further? Shall we proceed further? Great. महेंद्र कुमार, एक बार क्वेश्चन को हिंदी में भी बता दीजिएगा सर, प्लीज बताया दो महेंद्र जी. गाइस, लेट मी रिपीट दिस क्वेश्चन. एक बार मैं क्वेश्चन रिपीट कर देता हूँ. दिस काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चन इज कॉल्ड बाइनरी लॉजिक. इस प्रकार का क्वेश्चन कहलाता है बाइनरी लॉजिक. दे आर प्राइमरली 3 स्टूडेंट्स हु हैव बीन टॉक्ड अबाउट. इस प्रश्न में यहाँ पे 3 बच्चे हैं जिनके बारे में बात हो रही है. पहले हैं सायरा जी, दूसरी हैं मुमताज़ एंड तीसरी हैं जीनत. There are three things which have been talked about. First is ball, pen and pencil. Binary logic का मुख्य उद्देश्य ये होता है, the main aim of binary logic is, the main thing about binary logic is yes, no, true, false, student present, absent. When you have exactly 2 choices. This is the very basic, from MBA's perspective, this is a very basic kind of binary logic. But because in your exam, GATE is a technical paper, where aptitude is an add-on subject, right? So from your paper's point of view, I think you can expect this kind of difficulty, not more than this, because the margin is only for 1 marks or 2 marks. आपकी परीक्षा के आधार पे आप इस तरह की प्रश्न आपकी परीक्षा पे उपयुक्त रहेंगे, राइट? इसका कारण ये है बिकॉज आपके में एड-ऑन सब्जेक्ट है एप्टीट्यूड. सो आई डोंट थिंक anything which is more difficult than this you may see in your exam, right? In this particular question there were 3 statements. One statement was true and the rest of 2 statements were false. एक statement सही था और बाकी 2 statement थे गलत. So सबसे पहली चीज, the very first thing what we have learned from this, whenever you solve binary logic kind of question, the very first thing, think about the cases. Cases के बारे में सोचिए कितने cases बन सकते हो. These are 3 cases. There is absolutely no brainer in this. Again, I am telling you this, that we could have solved this question at a much faster pace. But that's not the idea right now. The idea is to make you understand this. And when we made these 3 cases, we could able to understand. हम ये 3 केस बनाने के बाद ये समझ पाए कि पहला केस और दूसरा केस किस तरह से गलत था. And the only case we were left with was the third one. And when we solved this is what we've got. Alright? Shall we proceed further? I think we should. चलिए हम चलते हैं आगे. Let's move on. Right? I think we should move on. Sir, what's the next concept you are about to discuss? The very same concept, right? But the next question which I am about to discuss, the level of difficulty is slightly on the higher side, but that's the idea, to ruffle you guys a bit. When you get ruffled, once you get knack of this, you'll understand binary logic is very, very easy. In the next question, the next question is my question that didn't come in any competitive exam. Let's talk about 2 families, 2 different kind of families. I'll show you the question. In the next question, I have talked about two different kind of families. One family is called T family and the other family is called E family. There are actually two kind of families. What is the speciality? What is the feature of these 2 families? One kind of family, the T family, always speaks the truth. On the contrary, the other family, E family, always lie. Then there is one guy who say a statement and then there is a question depending on this statement. Let's see. This is the next question. This question is not from your GATE. This is my question. There are 2 families, T's and L's. Let's make it simple. T and E. These are the 2 families. Let's make it simple. Why I have given you this question? Just to get the knack of this. Once again, same binary logic, right? So there are 2 families, T family and E family. Let's keep it simple. Then there are 3 people, A, B, C. There are 3 people, A, B and C. Let's keep it very, very simple. The feature associated with T family is they always speak the truth. T परिवार के साथ जो चीज़ है वो ये है कि वो हमेशा सच बोलते हैं. On the contrary, the E family, they always lie. Okay. Can you believe this? There are so many lines and till here, this is only introduction of the question. This entire question is about that one line and still it is such a beautiful question. And then this guy A, he said something, this person said something. Either I belong or B belongs to a different family from the other 2. This is it. This is the statement I have. I'll tell you how to solve this. Don't defocus. So A said either I belong or B belongs to a different family from the other two. I asked you a question absolutely clearly, like whose family do you know the name of? Do you know the name of A's family or B's family or C's family? This is what I have asked. Even before starting the question, just like the previous question, listen to this very, very carefully. Even before starting the question, you know what is required? A has said something. A has said something. But even before solving the question, the point is, whatever A has said, whether it is true or false, okay, that makes things very interesting. So it means whatever A has said, that can also be true. If it is true, this is the first case. Whatever A has said, if that is false, this is the second case. Forget about what A has said. Whatever this guy has said, that can be true or false. Is it clear? How to start? I said whatever A has said, forget about that. Is it clear, everybody? How to start this? Is it clear? Right? So whatever A has said, that's, forget about this. Forget about lines from here to here. Whatever he said, this can be true or false. Sir, but like, why you are giving so much importance to this? My God, what are you saying? Whatever A has said, if it is true, whatever A has said, if it is true, then we need to understand there are two families, T family and E family. T family is the family which always speaks the truth, and this is the family which always tells you lie. Similarly, if whatever A is saying, if whatever A is saying is a lie, then we need to understand, A can be part of two different families. If whatever A is saying is true, then A must be part of, then A must be part of this family. Whatever A is saying, if that is false, A must be part of this. And now we will read what A has said. Is it clear till now, everybody? Is it clear to all? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Fine. Absolutely fine. It is clear to each and every one of you. What is that A said? Let me write this right at the top. This is what A said. Either I or B. Either I belong actually. Either I belong or B belongs. Either I belong or B belongs to a different family from the other two. From the other two. This is what this guy has said. Now listen to this. Till now, whatever we have understood, this is what A said. I told you guys, forget about what A said. Forget about what A said. Whatever he has said, this can be true or false. Whatever A has said, this can be true. If this is true, A must belong to this family. Whatever A has said is false, then A must belong to E family. Is it clear till now? Is it clear, everybody? I think it is, right? Let us suppose whatever A said is true. Let us suppose whatever A said is true. And I want the people to break it down further. Either I belong to or B belongs to. Forget about B belongs to. Let's take this. I belong to a different family from the other two. Let's take half of the statement. I belong to, forget about either, B belong, forget about all those things. I belong to a different family from the other two. Okay. If this is the case, then A must come over here and B, C must come here. Because forget about either and B belongs. I belong to a different family from the other two. Or forget about this part. B belongs to a different family from the other two. B belongs to a different family from the other two. Here it is, A. B belongs to a different family from the other two. Look at this. Is it clear, buddy? Sir, but why you have written A over here? A can also come over here. What are you saying? We have written this case when A tells the truth. A has to come in this family. So the meaning of this statement is either A is all alone or B is all alone. This is what it means. Now is it clear, everybody? Now is it clear to all? This is not required. I just made it so that if it is needed. So these two cases absolutely fine. So either this guy A comes all alone or B comes all alone, and A any which ways has to come to this family T. I think this is absolutely clear. Is it fine, everybody? Yes. This is absolutely correct. Right? Great. Let's move to the next case. Exactly this very case will not going to happen in here, in this particular case. Exactly these two cases won't come over here. It means A alone won't come or B alone won't come. Because what A is saying, if that is false, the very first thing is A must belong to E family. And if it is false, this case cannot happen. And B, A alone cannot come and B alone cannot come. It means we have written like this. Over here we have written like this. This cannot happen. So either this will be A, B, C, A, C, B, or A, B, C. But not just this, we also know that B alone, this case also cannot happen over here, and that is why this is also rejected. So this is the first case and this is the second valid case, and this is how this entire question panned out. Is it clear to each and every one of you? There were two cases. This entire question was based on just this statement. Whatever A is saying, either that can be true or that can be false. If whatever A is saying is true, if whatever A is saying, if that is true, whatever A has said is true, A must belong to the family T. What he said, either I come all alone or B is all alone. That's fine. When whatever A has said is false, A alone not possible, B alone not possible. So A alone not possible, B alone not possible. So either A, B must come together and C is alone, or all three guys come together. Is it fine now? I think it is absolutely clear. Right? Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Right. Is it clear? What is the question that I have asked? Which family do you know the name of? Right? Which family do you know the name of? This guy B. Here this guy A belongs to family T, A belongs to T. But here in this case A belongs to E and A belongs to E. No, we are not aware of this, his family. In this case B belongs to E, B belongs to E, B again belongs to E, and here again B belongs to E. One thing is for sure, irrespective of these four cases, 1, 2, 3 and 4, there is one guy B who always belongs to family E. This is for sure. Other than B, if you take case C, C here belongs to E and C belongs to T. We are not aware of this. So there is only one person whose family we are actually aware of, and that person is B. And his family is E. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine? Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Shall I consider this absolutely perfect? Great, right? So whose family are we aware of? We are aware of B's family. I think we have understood every single thing by now, right? Put up a double star on this from my side. Binary logic is very, very important, and these kind of questions you can expect in this year's paper as well. Fine? Great. Fine? I think we should take the next one. Let's take a different question. So we've understood this. Is everybody clear with this? Has everyone understood every single piece of information? Right? Right. I have kept one more question, but I want you people to do it on your own. And this is the next question. Question number 7th. If you want, you can take the photograph of this question. Right? Or when I send the PDF, then you can see this question. But I want you people to solve this question on your own. The question number 7th, which I am giving you as an assignment, is a slightly tougher question. Usually I ask this kind of question at the time of interview. So if you want, you can solve this, and whatever you solve, whatever final verdict of yours, whatever the final verdict is there, just send me the detailed solution in the Telegram, as well as post a comment over here, right? That is your responsibility. Fine. I'm not going to take this question in today's class. If nobody can able to solve this, then I'll take this question in next class. If nobody will able to solve this, then only I'll take this question. Although it might seem as if something is like this statement is absolutely complete, right? So this is slightly tougher question, but I want the people to try this. Fine? Great. So I think we should do this. Let's move on. Let's take another variety of question. Are we ready? Shall I take a next variety? Shall I take another variety? Great. Shall I take the next variety? Let's take the next variety. This particular question is about a lawn tennis match. There are 4 people in this lawn tennis match, and these people are blood relatives. These people are relatives, not blood relatives, but these people are relatives. Fine. And the frame of reference is one person whose name is Zeta. So someone is Zeta's daughter, the other person is Zeta's son, and there is one more person, Zeta's brother. And then you have been provided with this question. Let's see this. Whether you can do this or not. This is the question. First of all, let me read this question. Zeta, her brother, let me write Zeta's brother ZB. Her daughter ZD, okay. Her son, Zeta's son ZS. Okay. These guys are playing tennis match. Okay, fine. Zeta's brother is directly across the net. One second. When we write these kind of statements across the net, what is the meaning of this? If I take this as a lawn tennis court, if I take this as long tennis court, the meaning of this word across is, Zeta's brother is directly across the net from her daughter. It means if this is Zeta's brother, this is Zeta's daughter. This is the meaning of the word directly across, not diagonally across. When you use the word directly across, this is what you mean. When you say diagonally across, this is what you mean. Is it clear, buddy? So the devil is in the details. These small lines are very, very important, right? Her son is diagonally across the net from the worst player's sibling. Why this is such a beautiful question? Just listen to this. Why this is such a beautiful question? Because even after reading just this much, let me draw another case. Yeah. Now see, Zeta's brother is directly across the net from her daughter. That's it, right? We have used the first statement. Sir, why have you drawn two cases? Because I need to explain two cases. That's why I have drawn for this particular case, right? Zeta's brother, okay, is directly across the net from her daughter. So Zeta's brother, Zeta's daughter. That is it. There are four people. We have already taken Zeta's brother. We have already taken Zeta's daughter. This, why I am explaining it like this, I am telling to all those students who feel underconfident, especially in reasoning, how to approach reasoning. Whenever you start reasoning, to all those people who feel as if they're slightly weak on reasoning, so whenever you apply, whenever you do reasoning questions, especially questions like this which are slightly tough in your exam, make sure that you consider all the cases. Sir, what does that mean? Let me explain that to you. Let me explain that to you. All the cases, it means Zeta's brother and Zeta's daughter. I have already drawn. Who are the two people I am left with? Zeta and Zeta's son. So either here we're going to have Zeta, Zeta's son, or we're going to have Zeta's son and Zeta. That is it. Either of these two cases will be correct. That's it. And now we have to check these information, and we have to read this information, and we have to check which one is correct. Is it clear, buddy? Is it clear? Have you understood how to start, how to approach this question? Is it clear, buddy? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Right? Let's move on to the next one. Her son is diagonally across the net from the worst player's sibling. Now, this is a very fantastic language actually. Her son is diagonally across. Listen to this. Her son, I need one more color. Who her son? That is Zeta's son. Her son is diagonally across, okay, is diagonally across someone. Across the net from the worst player's, forget about this, worst player's sibling, forget about this. If this statement would have been diagonally across the net from the worst player, if the statement would have been like this, directly across the net from the worst player, in that case, Zeta's brother would have been the worst player. In that case, Zeta's daughter would have been the worst player. But this is not the question. The question is worst player's sibling. What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? Zeta's son is diagonally across the worst player's sibling. So Zeta's brother's sibling is the worst player. Zeta's brother's sibling is Zeta. It means this is the worst player. Has anyone understood what I said? Worst player's sibling. It means diagonally across the net, there is Zeta's daughter. Zeta's daughter's sibling is the worst player. So Zeta's daughter, it means son, it means this guy is the worst player. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine? These small points, they are very, very good points. What is that we've understood in this question? We have understood in whatever way possible, especially to those people who feel reasoning is slightly difficult, in whichever way possible, try to make cases. Like here, what we've done. I have explained you what is the meaning of this and what is the meaning of this. This is such a beautiful line. Worst player's sibling. So, this is Zeta's son. The person who's diagonally across is this. And this person's sibling would be the worst player. So, Zeta's brother's sibling would be Zeta. The diagonally across would be Zeta's daughter. And who would be Zeta's daughter's sibling? Zeta's son. That would be the worst player. Finally, the last statement that I'm about to read, I need one separate color. Let's take red. The best and the worst player are on the same side. Okay. It means if Zeta is the worst player, Zeta's brother is the best player. If Zeta's son is the worst player, this is the best player. You know what we can see in this case? We have been asked who is the best player. Whether in this case or in this case, you can clearly see that both the cases I have drawn are absolutely correct. Although in these cases the worst player here is Zeta, but the best player is Zeta's brother. Here in this case the worst player is Zeta's son, but still the best player is same unique answer, and that is Zeta's brother. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine? So who is the best player? Zeta's brother is the best player. Shall I consider that each and every one of you have understood this? I can understand that this is slightly difficult question, but unless and until we do these kind of questions, right? Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? Absolutely fine. Great. Absolutely correct. Even before starting the next question was asked in the year 2019, I guess, in your exam, right? But the next question which I'm about to take, I have already discussed this question in my classes. But the question which I have discussed was a complete question, and the one which was given in your exam was, just the first few lines of the questions. They have diluted the question. So let me explain the entire question to you guys. What is this question? The question which I am about to discuss is called crypt arithmetics. Believe me, every single thing, whatever I am telling you guys, this is very, very important. Do make sure you jot down every single point, right? This is called crypt arithmetics. Right, let's see this. This is the question. Let us suppose we have an alphabet A, B, C, and then there is an alphabet D, E, F, and then there is G, right? And we have been told that all these alphabets, let me mark like this. Let me mark it like this so that it will be easier for you guys to understand, right? We have been told that the very first thing, all these alphabets are distinct. All these alphabets are distinct and their values range from 1 to 9. That is fabulous. And the actual question, in your exam the question was further diluted, but the actual question was, we need to find the value of G. We need to find the value of G. This was the actual question. This was the actual question, such that what? Such that A into B into C is equals to D into E into F is further equals to B into G into E. Now this is the complete question, and I'll explain you and I'll let you know how to approach this kind of question. Because with all due respect to all the books, in majority of the cases you will see hit and trial method. No, we can solve this, and we can solve this in a in a slightly different way. I'll tell you how to solve this in my way. Let's see. First of all, these are the alphabets A, B, C, D, E, F, B, G, E. These alphabets have been given to you. These alphabets actually represent numeric values. All these alphabets represent distinct values. These values range from 1 to 9. We have been told that find the value of G such that A into B into C equal to D into E into F equal to B into G into E. This is what we have been told. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine? Is the question absolutely clear? Right. Fine. Great. Let's discuss then. Right? Other than just saying that it is heat and trial, let's see this. Let's discuss this in full detail. What are the values we have? The values we have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this one is 9. These are the values. See, the problem is, even if you want to try heat and trial, there are just too many values. There are 9 values. If you want to try heat and trial, in that case, so there are just too many values. Listen to this very, very carefully. What is this? This is 1, this 2, this 3. What is this? This is basically 2 square. This is 5, which is the prime number. This is 2 into 3. Okay. This is 7. This is 2 cube. And this is 3 square. So what does that mean? Why you've written it like this? I have written it like this just to tell you that 2 square, 2 cube. Ultimately 3, 5, 6 and 7. Ultimately we have got 7 2s and 4 3s. 2, 1 and 1. Forget about all these numbers. At the end of the day, this is what we need to balance. Ultimately, this is what we are supposed to balance: 7 2s and 4 3s. Is it clear, everybody? Instead of saying hit and trial, what we can do, we can clearly see that not all these values, we are just supposed to balance these 7 2s and 4 3s. Is it clear to each and every one of you? The very first step, what is that we have done? We have factorized it. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Sir, but you have not considered 5 or 7. Do you really think we should consider 5 or 7? Anyone? Why I haven't considered 5 or 7? Because if any of the value, let us suppose if this A is 5, it means when 5 is multiplied to this, one of the factor is 5, right? But you have only one 5. So here, how can you have another 5? Because the immediate next multiple of 5 is 10. And we don't have a 10. And if you don't have any other multiple of 5, how do you balance it? The very same thing is valid for 7 as well. 7 is a prime number. If any of the values is 7, the immediate next multiple of 7 is 14. We don't have a 14. So how will you balance this? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? See, I have told you right at the beginning that in these 9 sessions, in these 9 days, 18 sessions, you will get the entire overview of what GATE Aptitude 2021 is all about. So if I keep on taking very easy questions, that won't help. These are some genuine, very good quality questions. If you do it multiple times, you'll get the knack of these questions. But once you do this, you'll actually feel as if you're ahead of the competition. Right? That is why I'm taking these kind of questions. Right? Let me explain up to this point. So we have been, this is called crypt arithmetics. Like at this point of time, if I'm taking a crash course, although there is no point of taking crypt arithmetics, but I really genuinely want you people to feel that you are ahead of the game. That is why I'm taking crypt arithmetics. Okay, a few questions from crypt arithmetics. The question that has been given to us is A, B, C, D, E, F and B, G, E. All these alphabets represent distinct values ranging from 1 to 9. And we have been asked what is the value of G. Okay. Such that A into B into C equal to D into E into F equal to B into G into E. What I don't want from you guys is straight away putting these values and try to find the value of G. Because there are just way too many values. Right at the beginning I said something. What was that? That these two values 5 and 7 cannot be the answer. Cannot be any value. Why? Because else and otherwise you cannot balance them. If you take any of the alphabet as 5, the immediate next multiple of 5 is 10. If that is the case, how will you balance them? Same case is valid with 7. And you won't believe, this is the question which was asked in your IIT. Which of the following value, which of the values will not be the value of G? That is it. The first option was 5. You mark the answer and you can move ahead. That's it. But this is not the actual question. The actual question I'm about to tell you. Is it fine, everybody? This was the question which was asked in your exam. Is it clear, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Now, this is the actual question and you may face this kind of question at the time of interview as well. Listen to this. Ultimately, you have 7 2s and ultimately you have 4 3s. Right? Listen to this very, very carefully. If you have ever been to a marketplace and if you have seen a balance, taraju, a balance, not the digital one, the analog one, the traditional one, which has got, you know, these two plates, and then the seller balances it like this. अगर आप कभी बाजार गए होंगे और तराजू देखे होंगे, just imagine that, and we'll do exactly the very same thing over here. How come? Let's take this thing first. 3 to the power of 4. Forget about 2 to the power of 7. Think about that balance and let's balance 3 to the power of 4. Fine? Okay. We know that we have got a 3 square in the form of 9, where is 6? A 2 into 3 in the form of 6 and a 3. Listen to this. If I take A as 3 square, sir, how do you know A is 3 square? I don't know. I'm just taking a value. I have got 4 3's. I have taken a 3 square over here. It means that A into B into C has got a 3 square. It means A into B into C has got a 3 square. Okay. Now I have to balance another 3 square in this horizontal line. I have got a 6 and a 3. Let us suppose if I take this as 3 and if I take this as 6. This has got a 3, so forget about 2. Focus only on 3. So this has got a 3 square. This is a 3 square. But the problem is now we are running short of a 3 because this has got only one 3. It means that the corner values like A, C, D and F can never be equals to 3 square. Because if these values are 3 square, then you can never balance that 3 square. Is it clear to each and every one of you? The corner values cannot be 3 square because if the corner values are 3 square, you cannot balance this as 3 square and this as 3 square. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Absolutely fine. So in that case, if this is the thing, then let's do one thing. Let's do one thing. And what is that? Let's take this B as 3 square. Then now what has happened? This vertical column has got a 3 square. This has got a 3 square. I can take this as 3 and 6 or vice versa. 6, 3, 3, 6, whatever I want. So now this vertical column has a 3 square. This horizontal row has got a 3 square and 3, 6. This has also got a 3 square. And then 3 square is balanced. Is it clear, everybody? Now we are done and dusted with this 3 square. We have balanced it. Is it fine to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Great. Now what is that we are left with? We are left with 2 to the power of 7. This is what we are left with. Right? And this 2 to the power of 7, we have already taken a 6. So actually we are left with 2 to the power of 6. Same, in the same manner, let's balance this 2 to the power of 6. If I take this as 2 cube, so I have got a 2 cube in this vertical column. I need to balance it in this. So let me take 2 square over here and 2 here. So here I have got a 2 cube. Here I have got a 2 cube, but the problem is now I don't have any 2 and I am done with this. We have got only a 2 here and a 2 here, that is a 2 square. But instead of writing a 2 square, if I write 2 square here and a 2 here, I think everything is balanced. Just check this out. 2 cube for this vertical column, 2 cube for this horizontal column and 2 cube for this. The value of G is 2. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? I am repeating this right from the beginning. There's a very, very good question and the very diluted version of the very same question was asked in your exam. Right? Let me repeat this question once again. What was the question? The question was A, B, C, D, E, F and this is B, G, E. Right? What was the question that was given? It was given that A, B, C, D, E, F, G, these are all distinct alphabets and they represent, these are all distinct alphabets, they represent distinct values ranging from 1 to 9. Okay, if these values range from 1 to 9, in that case, okay, find the value of G such that A into B into C equal to D into E into F equal to B into G into E. I told you right at the beginning, what was the learnings in this question? The very first thing, I told you right at the beginning, instead of directly taking the values and trying hit and trial, what is that we have done? We have factorized these values. We have broken these values into small pieces. And when we've done that, at that time we found 2 to the power of 7 and 3 to the power of 4. So ultimately this entire question boils down to just one point, and that is whether we can balance this or not. And you know what? Then I have started balancing 3 to the power of 4 at the first place. What did I told you? I said let's balance this first. But why I said this? Because when you balance, when you fix the higher power, the cases will automatically come down. For example, when I said to you guys that let's take this 3 to the power of 4, then what happened? We understood that if this value is 3 to the power of 2, this vertical column has got a 3 square, and then we need to balance this vertical column because this has got a 3 square, this has got a 3 square, 3 6 or 6 3, it's absolutely fine, that's not a problem. The only thing that we were left with was 2 to the power of 6, and in a similar manner we have balanced this as well. If A is equals to 2 cube, this can be 2 square or 2 square 2. But when we've written 2 square and 2, here we were running short of 1 2, and that is why we have interchanged it. And thus finally the value of G is 2. This question was not asked in your gate. The only part that was asked, what can not be the value of G? But this is the actual complete question. Is it clear to each and every one of you? I will give you one more question like this. I have not kept this in slide, but I will give it to you. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Right? Put up a double star on this, and probably you won't believe, but you can expect this kind of question at the time of interview. This is the question I am giving you as an assignment. This is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Right? You can expect these kind of questions at the time of interview, in your college interviews as well as in your IIT interviews. What has been given to us? That all these alphabets right from A to I, okay, these things represent distinct values ranging from what? Ranging from 1 to 9. And what is the condition? Here the condition is A plus B plus C is equals to C plus D plus E is equals to E plus F plus G is equals to G plus H plus I, and all these things equals to 13. A plus B plus C is equals to 13, C plus D plus E equals to 13, E plus F plus G is equal to 13, G plus H plus I equal to 13. Right? This is what I want to be able to solve. Not now, but you can solve this later on. So this A plus B plus C equals to C plus D plus E equals to E plus F plus G is equal to G plus H plus I. The sum of these values must be equals to 13, and that is how you need to find the value of all these alphabets. I know the value of all these alphabets won't be distinct, but you have to find the value of all these alphabets. Is it clear to each and every one of you? I want people to solve this. I want people to solve this and post the detailed solution in the comment box. Whosoever will get the correct answer, I'll put up the I'll like that comment, right? Is it clear, everybody? What is empty? Is C empty? No. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, G, H, I. I have said that all these alphabets represent distinct values ranging from 1 to 9, such that A plus B plus C, C plus D plus E, E plus F plus G, and G plus H plus I equals to 13. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear? Shall I give you one more question? Shall I give you one more question like this? Let me give you another question like this as an assignment. Shall I give you one more question? Once again, the question which I am about to give you guys, this is slightly tougher, and probably this won't come in your GATE exam. If you want, you can solve it just for practice, right? And this is slide, SLIDE, slide minus Dean, 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 and this is equals to 3651. Slide minus Dean is equals to 3651. Once again, all the values are, all the alphabet represent distinct values ranging from 0 to 9, and you need to find the value of all the alphabets. This is the second assignment question. I know this is slightly tougher question, but you can practice it, and let's see if anybody it's just a challenge question, right? If anybody gets the correct answer, they can post a detailed solution in the comment box. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine, everybody? I will provide you the PDF, don't worry. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Great, absolutely. So what is that we've discussed in today's class? What is that we've discussed in today's class? What is that we have discussed in today's class? Solution I'm not going to tell you. Solution I will, if you want, I will tell you, but I want you people to try it once. So this is how we've started today's class. The question which I gave you came in the year 2015. This was a very basic, very basic question, and you can expect these kind of inequality based questions in your exam. Whenever these kind of questions are there, they'll carry one single marks, right? These kind of questions carry 1 marks. I hope that, I do believe that you guys know, like there will be total number of 10 questions, 5 questions will carry 1 marks and 5 other questions will carry 2 marks, right? Each question will carry 2 marks, so 5 into 2 is 10 plus 5 is 15, right? This was the first question. This is called inequality based question. So you can expect these kind of questions in your exam as well. Do remember this. Then the second question I've taken was from blood relation. Blood relation questions. Lately GATE has started giving these kind of questions, so you can again expect this, but the frequency has been very sporadic. This has been, this has not been part and parcel of every year GATE paper, but yeah, indeed this has been part of GATE exam. So you can expect blood relation question in your GATE exam as well. This contour lines, this was quite an exceptional question. Why? Not just because that was the only reason, because it was different. The question was based on contour lines. This was slightly different question, but it was a very innovative question from GATE's perspective. This kind of question just came once in, actually this kind of question you can see once in a while. This question came in the year 2017, but it was a very nice question. They have given 3 similar questions. I have told you how to solve these kind of questions, right? These contour lines. Other than this, we've discussed this. Actually, what is happening right now, in the past 2 years, the paper has been changed. The rate with which GATE aptitude paper is changing. I believe that these kind of questions, which I call binary logic, these kind of binary logic question, probably they won't be this tough, but still these kind of questions you can expect in your GATE exam. So from my side, put up a double star on binary logic. Do make sure that once you go home, means you are at your home, but immediately after the class, you should solve this question on your own. That is the most important thing. Unless and until you solve these questions on your own, this will not going to fetch you any good. After this, we have discussed one more question from binary logic. This was another fantastic question. This was about the 2 family. One family always speaks the truth, the other family always lie. And you need to find which family the person belongs to. Fantastic question. Similar question. This is called binary logic once again. This question I have not touched. I have given you as a challenge question. Try to solve this question and post in the comment box. Let's see if anybody gets the answer, right? If you cannot able to get the answer of this, just let me know. I'll explain this question. That's not a problem, right? But from your GATE perspective, it is slightly tougher. So those people who love challenges, they can go for this. The 8th question, it was a very beautiful question. This kind of question can come in your exam. Zeta, Zeta's brother, Zeta's son, Zeta's daughter. There are many things we actually come to know, like whenever in a fix, make cases. That makes life easier. Here I asked you about the best player. Here, although we created two different cases, the best player was the same in both the cases. And both the cases were absolutely correct, right? And then we've discussed about crypt arithmetics. This was the question. The only question, like this was the question which was asked in your exam. Just see this. I have told you the complete question, but that was not the question which was asked in your exam. This is what was asked. Which integer among the following choice cannot be represented by the letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G? What do you say? Which value is not possible? Post your answer, please. Post your answers. Which value is not possible? Absolutely. This value 5 is not possible. The two values which are not possible is 5 and 7. This is what was asked. But that's not the actual question. The actual question was something else. The actual question was entirely something else. To all those people who are watching this for campus and all those things and IIT interviews, this is a very, very famous question of interview. Very famous question, right? And after this, I gave you two more questions if you want to try. The first one was A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, where the sum was 13 and then slide minus D is 3651. Is it clear, everybody? I can totally understand whatever we have discussed in today's class was slightly more difficult, but still, if something needs to be done, that needs to be done, right? I just wanted to discuss all these things so that this can really help you. Whatever we have discussed in today's class, is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Great. Unacademy app, we have some time, but I'll definitely take classes on Unacademy app. Fine. Great. Sir, can you make our aptitude? So you'll be appearing in 2021. Aman Kumar. When are you giving your GATE paper? Right? So that is it for today's class. Right? So let's call it a day. You've purchased The Greatest Salesman of the World. Great, buddy, it's a very nice book. So let's call it a day. You can go for you can take nap. Have a very good night's sleep, and tomorrow we'll meet at 8 in the morning. Fine. So see you guys tomorrow. We'll meet. Bye bye, everybody. Good night. Take care. Jai Hind.